Hi everybody, Laura here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited to share a project for My Favorite Things using some of their awesome new June release products. So let's get started. First things first, I'm taking out that foam insert out of the Misty because I don't need it. I'm going to be embossing a background cling stamp, and you know how those are a little bit thicker? This one is awesome. It's called the Radiating Halftone background. Making sure I get that name right. Radiating Halftone background. It's got a spectacular design on it that I had to try. So first thing I always do, rub down the panel of Neenah Solar White cardstock with the magic powder bag. I ink up my stamp with Versamark ink, stamping the Radiating Halftone background. Then I'll pour on a little clear embossing powder. So, you know, I feel like I do this on every card. Emboss Resist. One of my favorite things to do for a background. And I'll heat this with the heat gun. You can't really see the pattern yet, but it's going to pop through when I come in with the ink blending, which I'm doing right now. So I'm doing the cool tones because I knew I was going to bring in one of those birds from the Toucan Do It stamp set. So I'm thinking birds, toucan, reds. So I want my background to contrast. That's how my brain works. Whatever my images are, I'm thinking the background, what colors can I use to contrast? So I'm going with the cool tones. I got a little cracked pistachio, then darker is the Mermaid Lagoon, and even darker yet, little blueprint sketch. Now when you're doing Emboss Resist, you really gotta work it to make that embossed pattern pop through. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working in the blueprint sketch, fading it to the Mermaid Lagoon, and then I fade that into the cracked pistachio, which fades into white space. Just beautiful white space that I love. I always rub down my embossing with a dry paper towel. Really makes your embossing pop. Then I'm going to die cut this cool Sunshine Shaker die right into the ink blended panel. Now I know this Sunshine Shaker die, obviously by the name, was probably designed to be a cool shaker, which I can't believe I'm not making a shaker because no one loves shakers more than me. But I decided to use it as a frame, if you will. The Sunshine circular window is going to frame this adorable little bird that I'm stamping. Now this is from the Toucan Do It, the Toucan or Toucan? Toucan Do It stamp set. I'm also stamping a few leaves from the Toucan Do It stamp set. I'm using 2 shades of Mama Elephant inks on that. So I use the lighter green, which is lemongrass, and the darker green mojito. Gives you those gorgeous two-tone leaves. And now, of course, what I always like to do is I Google to get some inspiration when I'm coloring in images. So I Googled toucan cartoon images and all these colorful toucan birds. Is it toucan or toucan? I don't even know. Potato. I couldn't find a bird that I really want, that I really loved because I wanted something red. And so I'm making up my own. Right here I'm fading up the top, fading the red bird into some yellow feathers on the top of his head. And I don't even know if this kind of bird exists, but I'm loving it, and I even go even more crazy on the wings. So I did the wings green and blue. This is so cool when you can blend your Copics, going from a blue into a green. It actually works. Works like a charm. I learned this one from Kathy Rakusin. Kathy knows her way around a Copic. Let me put it that way. She can blend colors. She can blend one color into another color. And she's a magician, I'm telling you. How about this bird with the sweatband? I can't even take it. It's even got leg warmers. I colored them all purple, and then I'm using the coordinating dies to die cut the bird as well as these 2 little leaves, and then we will begin assembling the card. Well, not we, I will, but you'll be watching me, and we're doing it all together. So everything's got foam tape popping up this ink blended panel onto a white card base, and then I've got foam tape. Actually, I got 2 layers of foam tape on the bird, just to make him a little bit higher than the ink blended panel. I've got 2 little leaves, popping those up right underneath the bird, giving him a little bit of grounding, if you will. And then I went ahead off camera and embossed a sentiment, also from the Toucan Do It stamp set. I embossed it in white on a little strip of black, and I'm going to tuck that in, tuck it right under the leaves like it was meant to be. Also going to adhere a few sequins. These are called Crystal Reflections from Simon Says Stamp. And then just to add a little something something, a little white gel pen. I usually have to take a white gel pen and go in and correct any, where I bleed outside the lines. And then sometimes when I'm feeling adventurous, I add a little highlight. But not always. It's just when I'm feeling it. And this card is finished. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.